Hello everyone, I invite you to every Monday's review of the leading cryptocurrencies. Let's start by checking the BTC situation on a 1-hour time frame. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the local channel of the sideways trend, in which this time we will use the yellow line to define the downward trend. As you can see, the price remains at the lower border of the channel, and after unfolding the fib retracement grid, we can see how the price is struggling with the support zone from $40,689 to $40,278. However, if we see a break from the current channel and the price drops below the zone, it may result in a drop to the support level of $39,094. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine resistance when the price starts to rise. And here we see resistance at the level of $41,050. While further it is worth defining the resistance zone from $41,798 to $42,200, which has so far effectively kept the price from further increases. To confirm the local downward trend, we can turn on the EMA cross 10 and 30 indicator, which shows how systematically the red EMA cross 10 line remains below the green EMA cross 30 line. However, on the RSI indicator and the stock indicator, we see a visible movement in the lower part of the range, and we can see how small rebounds are used to bring the BTC price to a lower level. As the second chart in today's review, we will check ETH against USDT, taking into account the 4-hour time frame. We will start by identifying the upward trend line, from which the price broke lower and created a local downtrend channel, from which the price also broke lower. By looking at the current price decline using the fib retracement tool, we will check the current supports that we should take into account. And here you can see that the price is approaching the support level of $2,319. Then we have visible support at $2,209. And then it is worth marking strong support at $2,073. At this point, it is worth turning on the EMA cross 10 and 30 indicator, which confirms the moment of transition into a local downtrend. However, when we turn on EMA cross 50 and 200, we can see that despite the current correction, we are still in a strong upward trend. Looking the other way, we can similarly mark places where the price should encounter resistance on the way up. And here we have the first resistance at the price of $2,491. Then we can see strong resistance that twice rejected the price at $2,578. And then there is a strong resistance zone from $2,640 to $2,717, which has kept the price from making more gains. Please look at the RSI indicator. You can see here that we are approaching the lower limit, which may stop the current trend. The situation is similar with the stock indicator, which is based on the lower limit of the range. Third, we will check the BNB exchange token. We will start by identifying a downtrend line from which we can see how the price has gone up and is currently struggling to stay above this level. Moreover, at this point we can see the formation of the cap and handle formation, which is characterized by a first large and a second smaller low, after which an upward price break can be observed. Moreover, the recent declines were caused by the bombardment of the media with negative information about the Binance exchange, which lowered the valuation of the BNB token. Going further, When we unfold the fib retracement grid, we will see that the price has been rejected by a very strong resistance zone from $319 to $351. But if we return to it and the price goes up, the path towards the next significant resistance around $443 will open. Looking the other way, we will define the places of support in a similar way. And here we can see the first support at the level of $286. Then we can determine the second support at the level of $253.70, which could potentially fill the formation. However, if the formation is broken, we still have a very strong support zone from $231 to $202. Please look at the RSI indicator, which shows a rebound towards the upward trend line, while the stock indicator shows a strong downward movement, which resulted in a small price movement on the chart, but there is still room to deepen the correction. The last one on today's list is the DOT to USDT chart. First, we will use the yellow line to determine the downward trend line. And additionally, we can define the local downward trend channel using the blue lines. Moving on, we can move on to marking support places using the trend-based fib extension grid. And here we have a visible strong support zone with prices ranging from $6.67 to $6.15. But if we break out of this zone, we still have support at $5.48. Looking the other way, we see resistance at $7.09. Then we can mark an important support zone from $7.94 to $8.37, and then we have very strong resistance at $9.64. It is also worth paying attention to the RSI indicator and the stock indicator, where we observe a rebound from the lower limit, which results in a slight price rebound with room for greater growth. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.